let's do this. I wonder what this final episode has in store for us.
Back so soon?
Alethea, I know I wasn't gone long in the Animus, but I couldn't wait.
I've been thinking about whether or not I should let you continue, and I have my answer, but I'm afraid you won't like it.
Don't tell me I can't go into the third simulation.
I'm sorry, Layla. I made a miscalculation, and I factored you in when it was a mistake to do so. I see that clearly now.
Dang.
It's time for you to leave Atlantis.
You can't do this. Not now! I've seen Elysium and the Underworld. You can't take that away!
If I'd known this reality would go the direction it did, you wouldn't have seen any of it. You're too human. Your DNA has succumbed to the corrupting nature of the staff.
Listen, I know the bleeding effect is real, and accessing Deimos' memory did affect me. But I've studied Isu artifacts. This is the last stage of my trials. When it's over, my DNA will be able to overcome the staff's control.
Perhaps. But you won't see that through. My simulations are closed to you.
Dang. This one.
I didn't want to play this card, but I will. I built this Animus. I know the tech. It doesn't matter whether or not you want me in the simulation.
You really think your rudimentary understanding of our technology would allow you to break in? As the Greeks would say, that's your hubris talking.
All I know is this. We can do this together, or I do this alone. Don't let us become enemies.
Yeah.
Even if I were to let you in, your doctor is dead.
If I could take that back, I would. But I can't. And I have to keep going.
From her calculations, your body wouldn't be able to withstand the simulations.
My body is fine. The staff kept Cassandra alive for thousands of years. I've got a protection guarantee.
Your mind is a different story altogether. You don't have the sense to see its degradation.
When you break it down, this staff heals, Alethea. I could come out of this smarter, more in control. Invincible.
That's quite a leap in logic.
Just
It
let me
is.
see for myself. Please.
Go.
Oh my god, thank you. You won't regret this. Here we go.
Yay!
I'll see you inside.
Ooh.
That's enough!
Stupid Poseidon.
No need to shout. This isn't your domain, brother. Hades has nothing left to offer you. You are never meant to stay here, nor Elysium. You didn't belong on Kefalonia, and you didn't belong in Sparta. I can offer you a place you do belong. It's time you finally found it. Atlantis awaits.
Where you're going to Atlantis?
Anywhere's better than here.
I won't forget this.
What's happening?
No!
He just got imprisoned in his own thing.
There's no need for that here. You're safe.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
This place isn't like any other you've been. There's no Persephone, no Hades.
Just you.
Just me. The Castis Vasilevs, the grand adjudicator of all Atlantis. But to you, I am Poseidon. What I'm offering you, Keeper of the Staff, is a place at my side. Join me as my Castis.
I mean, it does look nice.
Welcome home.
this is the real Atlantis. I mean, it's intact. I thought the city was destroyed.
Every 7 years, our great city begins a new cycle, if judged to be imperfect.
And who's the judge?
Before your arrival, it was my decision alone. Now that I have you at my side, I intend for this cycle to last an eternity.
If you're the Dikastis Vasilevs, you expect me to be...
Dikastis, the judge. Be my hand in laying and enforcing judgment in Atlantis.
Well,
So I get to be the
I must
police.
warn you that I'm not always right.
I was both surprised and encouraged by your actions in the underworld. Fortunes were exchanged in response to your choices. But trust that I learned your reverence to justice is true.
Hades must have told you about my staff.
He didn't have to. As is the way with all heroes, your journey has become the stuff of Atlantean legend.
Then you know my staff is the reason I'm here. I need to learn how to master it.
This land is a paradise of power for those with Isu devices, but all in good time.
Okay.
So you expect me to live among you? A home among gods?
Gods? We are much more than the human conception of gods. Your father called us the ones who came before. But as Alethea told you, we are the Isu.
You know about my staff, Pythagoras, and Alethea? I'm starting to feel very watched.
Trials in both Elysium and the underworld. No, your triumphs there are known to us.
My trials forced me into rebellion. They made me face the dead. My hardships make me a good Dikastis?
We don't always choose our path, but in this case, your blood shows for you. You possess both DNA strands, the best of humans and Isu. I have no doubt that you are our mutual future.
I'm up
It's
to
an
the
honor.
challenge.
Where do I start?
Humans have 5 senses to understand the world around them. We have been blessed a 6th, knowledge. Ah, no, it is not merely your vision of the ego. The essence of that sense sleeps now, but it can be awoken in Atlantis. Your stuff is more than a key. It's a bridge between who you are now and who you must become.
And if I fully awaken this sixth sense, I'll have mastered the staff?
That and more. Come, let me show you.
I accessed power sources in Elysium and the underworld. They helped my knowledge, I think, but they haven't changed my senses.
In Atlantis, you'll find the sources that awaken your new sense much more concentrated. Not only will your knowledge grow here, but it will thrive. You'll find 3 such sources once you leave this palace. You know them as Keeper's Insights.
Doesn't look like anyone can get through.
It's blocked to those who haven't full access to our knowledge. Find the source of that knowledge within this palace. Try to pass through once you do.
Fly, my little birdie. Oh, dang. Atlantis is huge. I mean, look how pretty it is, too. Judgment of Atlantis.
Now I know what you meant about the sources being more concentrated. I feel different.
Many things are different here, Dikastis. You'll discover that in time. Atlantis awaits you. I have one rule that is absolute. Our technology cannot be used on my human civilians. Their bodies cannot withstand the power. The Isu know this above all.
So, I'm free to go? What task should the Dikastis do first?
Even Atlantis is not a perfect society. It yearns for balance. So be that balance. Then when your role as guide to the people is fulfilled, it may well be perfection. Don't worry. You've already earned my respect, which is a trial in itself.
Dicastis, His Eminence Atlas humbly requests that you join him at his Doma to discuss a matter of grave
How
importance.
does this man already know?
Right. I'll make sure to stop by.
What? She... Oh my god. Why would she jump just because she's a werewolf? That doesn't make any sense.
She didn't deserve this.
I just get her dagger.
It wasn't her fault.
She kills herself and then I get her dagger. Okay.
Closer than we are.
Are we not close? What's there to trick?
You know what I mean.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Making Atlas envious would certainly be a good distraction.
You're just, hey yo, Atlas, I stole your girl. What is he doing?
Elpis, what are you doing here? With her, no less.
The Dicastis and I were just taking a stroll, and I remembered I left a book on Atlantean cyclical history here. She'd like to borrow it. Do you mind if I fetch it?
No. Do you need me to help you look for it?
No, you two stay here. I'm sure you have much to discuss.
What game are you playing, Dicastis?
Me?
Don't know what you're talking
Games?
about.
No.
I'm sure by now Elpis has told you about the nature of our relationship. She's hardly as discreet as I'd like her to be. What business do you have with her?
What? Is Elpis not allowed to have friends?
Of course she can have friends. But I suspect there's more going on here.
Well,
You have
I
nothing
mean...
to worry about, Atlas. I have no schemes against you.
Maybe you don't play
The
games,
sarcasm
but
is
Elpis
real.
lives for them. I can tell when she's up to something.
Don't talk about Elpis that way. She's not manipulative. She's passionate.
So you do care for her then?
You don't talk
Yeah.
about Elpis like you love her.
And you're not speaking of her as if you're merely her casual acquaintance.
The truth is, Elpis and I are in love.
What?
What?
What? What have you done?
I'm not weak anymore, Atlas. I can rule Atlantis at your side.
Because she put paint on her arms.
This is your doing. You're trying to revolt against the issue with hybrids.
No!
Oh, snap.
What did you do?
I didn't mean to. He was going to kill you.
Yeah. Oh well. He just... I didn't see anything.
So this is your judgment, Dicastis? That all my sons are to die?
I didn't kill.
But your actions allow this to happen. Did you not help this human? And are all my sons not dead?
This was my fault. I take full responsibility for my actions.
This could not have happened without the Dicastis. The very one I appointed. I will need to ponder what this means for our cycle.
Well... Your sons had it coming. But,
Still,
you know...
You bested Atlantis' highest Archon. By our laws, that means you may rule. But beware of the ramifications these will have on our society.
Atlantean politics are even more dramatic than in the Greek world. What will you do now?
I'm not the first Atlantean ruler to take power by force. If the Isu can do it, why not me? Still, I didn't want to start my reign this way.
You saved
started
me.
your reign by saving my life. Normally, I do the saving.
I I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you, Vicastis.
She's not sad that she killed her lover? Weird, but okay. Okay.